Everyone quiet? Alright, welcome to the Masocast. I am Bjorn, your terrible, bad host. And with me today, I've got Sam, Dawn, and my brother Will.
I miss my
Will's
wife.
new. I do too, Dawn.
At least you had a wife.
Yeah, you know, some of us weren't gifted with that kind of love in our lifetime. You just don't know
Already off to a hot start.
Yeah, this is an awful day.
I
So,
don't
here's
want to
the-
sit in the Sneeko chair.
Every king has his throne, baby.
Okay, so topics. Which one do we want to start with? I've written out a bunch of things.
Oh, wait,
Want to start with Dawn's gotcha?
We actually
addiction,
wrote stuff
anyone?
out. Hold up. I'm looking for it.
What?
I found it. I found it. Yeah, hot topics. Go Don.
Hot topics?
What, like the
s-
store?
The store?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
exactly
what's in the
what I
news,
was
right?
thinking.
Like what's
Oh, you
hot?
want to start with wacky
Oh.
news? Okay.
Oh,
I was
wacky
about to
news,
say,
that's-
I just went to a
wacky
hot
news.
topic, and oh my god, there's nothing but weeb shit in there now. I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
when hot,
yeah, it's
I remember when
disgusting.
Hot Topic used to be like the place for like scene apparel
Bro,
and
I
also like
remember
shitty
my high
merch.
school girlfriend got a choker there, and she was like so excited to show it off, and I thought,
Yeah,
and she was like, "What'd you think?" And I said, "Oh, I think it's stupid," and she got mad.
bro. Somehow they're still selling Pierce the Veil merch.
It's crazy. That is crazy. It's
Of
nothing in there
all
now but
the
like
merch.
t-shirts of Todoroki and Midoriya just making out. Like that's all it is. It's just like nothing but My Hero Academia
Okay.
merch.
Hear me out though, like, is that not a sick shirt though?
It would be kind of funny, like ironically, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so if we're doing wacky news, we've got Monster Energy is suing Pokemon and Monster Hunter, the game, for infringing on the use of the word monster, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, hasn't wait, did they really trademark the word monster? I feel like that's
They're
impossible.
trying. No, they're not. It's not trademarked. They're just trying to sue over its use. They're saying it's inflicting on their brand.
It's just a word though, like you
This is
can't.
the craziest
it is a
clout
word.
grab I've ever seen.
Yeah, they also sued. Well, it's not a cloud grab, Don, because apparently they sued an indie game. I'll look this up. They sued an indie game that has like actively like 150 players, and it was called like
so
Dark
weird.
Descent Monsters and Dungeons or something. It wasn't even like Monster or something.
That is
That's so funny.
impressively
I'm-
corny.
You know, this is like the definition of pissing where you eat. Like gamers are like got to be a large chunk of Monster's energy, like
Yep,
customer
no, that's
base.
like that and Red Bull have like a monopoly on the gamer market.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
okay, no.
Big
This was
gamers.
prior to when gamer energy drinks started dropping, so I don't know.
So what's the thought process here? Like they're gonna lose this. I don't think there's any way they win. So what's the point?
Whoever their advisor is, they just like took the biggest dookie on them. It's kind of funny. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah,
I
So,
think it's funny as fuck.
they're suing Pokemon because of the term pocket monsters. Okay, so in 2020 they sued Ubisoft for a game called Gods and Monsters, which Ubisoft caved and actually changed the name of.
Ain't
What
no
bitches?
way though.
What bitches? Yeah, they changed it to Immortals Phoenix Rising.
I remember that game, but by it being one of the first X-Bone games and then not really doing anything else.
Yeah, shit.
That kind of sets the precedent though.
Yeah, but it's a dumb precedent. But they're trying to fuck with Nintendo. I don't know if anyone knows about this, but fucking Nintendo is not to be fucked with. Nintendo will not back down. And attacking some unknown IP from Ubisoft and the fucking Pokemon company is a very different game. Wait, hold on. More than 10 years ago, it fought a years-long legal battle with a group of fish keepers who had a small Facebook page and an online forum called Monster Fish Keepers.
How do they find it?
What is
They
happening?
were selling
dude?
merchandise with the forum's names to the forum's own members. Monster attempted to sue them.
Huh?
It was thrown out. Why?
What is happening with
I just don't
What's the
Monster?
understand.
point?
motivation.
Monster.
Like, how do they find this?
Holy shit. Yeah, how did they find it? Do they have a guy whose job it is to just look for obscure shit? Holy shit, they're going after the... So Crunchyroll just posted an article about this. Now the weebs are going to be involved, man. That's like a whole nother
Oh, great.
market of angry gamers.
Angry gamers.
Wait,
that
it went
use-
after Monster Mizumi? No! There's no way!
Isn't that the hot one?
That's the one with like the guy who's fucking the monster. Yeah, why would Monster after
remember that one. We got
Yes,
through, like,
it's terrible. It's
episode.
awful.
Yeah,
when we were
one
doing
of
our
my-
bad anime watching, that was when we
Yeah.
went down.
One of the friends that have kept since high school, they love Monster Musume.
Monster specifically went after the trademarks on anime figures and body pillows, including that 7-meter long pillow of the snake girl. The
They
Monster Energy Company tried to sue them for selling merchandise featuring the term monster.
They will never take the porn though, so like
Okay,
fuck with that.
okay.
No,
I just
yeah.
asked ChatGPT to tell me about it.
Oh
Okay,
my
what
God.
did ChatGPT tell you?
Okay, Monster Energy filed a lawsuit against a clothing company called the Beastie Boys in 2014, claiming that the company's use of the word beastie in its name and logo infringed on the Monster's trademark rights. This case was settled in a court for an undisclosed amount.
So
Wait, but
fucking
now
stupid.
how is beastie is?
It's still a thing, right? Monster just sounds like they're taking a big L, man. I don't drink Monster, but if I did, I would stop. I think everyone out there should stop drinking
It's
it.
not great, but granted, I
It's
don't
not
like any
great.
energy drinks.
But it's not great, and this is a really shitty behavior. And I think if you actually like boycott, they might actually take a look at what they're doing. I think this is like I wouldn't care if it was just Pokemon. Like obviously Nintendo can afford the lawsuit, but these small companies and these small forums, they can't afford to fight this, and Monster knows it, so they're just being.
Honestly, alternatively, people could also like stop trying to induce heart attacks and drink water for once.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good call. That's a good call, Don. Good, smart. Using your
Yeah.
brains.
I'm thinking with my dome.
Yeah. All right, you want to move on to the next wacky news story? Because I think we.
I'm
Unless
interested.
anyone else has any. Okay, so the Dalai Lama. Who knows the Dalai Lama? Yeah, famous religious figure from Tibet, right? Yeah, Tibet.
Yeah.
He made out with a kid on national television.
What?
You didn't hear about this?
No,
The
you're
Dalai-
lying. You're
I'm
making
not
this
lying.
up.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Look
No.
it up.
Suck my tongue.
Look it up.
is I
No.
think
Look
what
it
he
up.
said.
Look it up. It's fucking real. USA Today. Dalai Lama kisses boy, apologizes.
Dude, it's actually crazy. But what would possess someone to do this other than
I
straight
don't
up
know.
pedophilia?
I love the Dalai Lama. I don't know what's happened here, man. He was previously had like the definition of the moral high ground, and this might be some cultural difference. I don't know. Like that happens, but it's still weird.
I mean, I'm not too well versed in Tibetan culture, but that's sus as fuck.
I don't think kissing kids is part
It
of
could be some kind of like healing thing. That's more what I was thinking, and I don't know anything about like the faith involving the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
I'm saying that now. I don't know anything about it, but maybe there are some cultures where like kissing or things can be healative if you're like
Holy shit.
involved with like a.
Oh.
But I can't. He asked the boy to suck his tongue.
Yeah, no, it's brazy.
Fucking wild. I don't know what the thought process was here, but I guess maybe he should like make a deal with Nambla. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what else you would do here, man.
It's kind of sickening.
yeah, he's on this Tom Brady bullshit.
There isn't. Yeah, he's on the Tom Brady grind. How old is he
Oh,
Instead
now?
of the
It
goat,
was a-
he's the llama.
he was using it like, according to this, his statement is that like he was like using it as a tease, like
Huh?
he often teases people. Okay, I phrased that poorly. He often
Yeah, I was
teases.
say, was it like a cock tease? Like what? What do you mean by that, Will?
The statement says the Dalai Lama. The statement says the Dalai Lama often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. Sticking out one's
Okay.
tongue is a sign of respect or agreement and was often used as a greeting in traditional Tibetan culture. According
Yeah,
to the
but
Institute
suck
of
my
East
tongue?
Asian- Yeah,
I
mean,
don't know.
it sounds like he was like, because have you ever heard him speak, like, or like interviews with him? He's funny as fuck.
Oh, he is funny, but
I feel like it. I don't know.
Still, that's like telling.
I don't know.
I would have to hear him
Yeah,
say it.
like-
Like, what was his tone of voice?
I don't know.
yeah,
was
I
this
don't
like-
know.
Yeah,
know.
suck my tongue. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Or was
but
it
I
like-
mean, like,
I just don't
it's,
think
it's
you can
hard
tell that to a
imagine
kid in
telling
the
someone to
first
suck your
place.
tongue and not have it be just.
It's weird. It's weird no matter how you
Weird.
spin
No, it was
this. Yeah.
stupid for him to say it too, especially
Yes.
since.
Yes. I mean, I will say, isn't the cycle of rebirth broken now because the Chinese kidnapped?
No,
the
they
guy
got a
who's
new.
supposed to
They got a
find
new
the
one.
next. They got a new one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a Mongolian kid from the U.S. And so they're just daring China to take him.
Yeah.
Fucking try it. Fuck with the US, do it.
Fuck with the U.S. Oh my God, that's actually great.
Come
It's a
on,
great
come on.
choice.
Well,
I'm sure
I
it's a
mean,
coincidence, but still.
Let's get away
Good
from
choice.
international politics before I start losing my mind here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no!
That's all I have.
Wait,
That's all I have on wacky news.
Wait.
Wait, what?
What?
Like a general.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
No!
For those who can't see, we're looking at the picture unblurred. It's fucking creepy.
You want to see the picture?
Ugh.
You already have that.
I'm kind of.
Okay, let's move on. This is fucking
That's a
weird.
very young boy.
Oh, it gets worse.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get worse. Don't show me. I don't want to see. I'm not a weirdo. Please don't send it. Oh no!
So, moving on. What else do we have? What else do we have?
I'm sick.
I'm out of wacky news. That's it. That's it on wacky news.
That's it.
Sam, here's
You
one.
ruined it for everyone.
Paddington 3 has officially begun production. That wasn't
Yeah.
going to happen, but then it suddenly
hyped.
has.
I'm
I am
hyped.
so hyped. I'm so hyped.
Paddington 2 was so wholesome.
Paddington 2 is one of the greatest movies ever made. I
It's so
will
awesome.
go
It
on
is
the
great.
record. Paddington 1, take it or leave it, but Paddington 3, I'm here for it. So what's
Never
this
saw
be about?
Paddington 1. Don't need to see it. Don't want to see it. Paddington 2, wholesome as hell.
Honestly,
Except-
Paddington 2 is not, or Paddington 1 is not that, it's okay. It's not that great.
So, Grayson, we went and saw Paddington 2 together, right?
It's an amazing
Don,
experience.
did you
I
come with
remember
us?
it.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he was. I think it was just you and me, Sam.
Oh.
I haven't seen a single Paddington. That was y'all's date night.
Alright, so I guess this is our date night. But I just remember there's these kids who sat behind us, and they read so damn bad. But the movie was so good, I didn't leave.
Sam, you wanna just talk about wacky theater experiences we've had? I've got some good
God.
ones.
I
I've got
remember
some
seeing
really good ones.
Endgame, and there are all these people who just like had to yell at every little thing that happened. Iron Man farted in his damn suit, and oh my god, what the hell?
Oh, I didn't. I
I
have that
wanted to
experience.
walk out of the theater, but I went and saw my brother. My brother has no filter, so he would lean over and whisper just like the worst, most reprehensible shit about them.
Based.
So he'd just whisper about like their piercings and how it's
Me
probably
and
infected. And
Dawn
rotting their
saw
brain.
Infinity War together,
Yeah.
and we got almost pulled over by a cop going there. Do you remember this, Dawn? My headlights
Yep.
went out
Because
on the
your
way.
headlight was off, but Homeboy was
Both of
cool,
them.
and he was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we did get pulled over, didn't we? It was just like, yeah.
No, but
be
he was like,
careful.
no,
We were
just
like-
get that fixed.
I was like, yeah, it just happened. It literally had just happened while we were driving.
Well, I mean, you do. Okay, put yourself in that cop's shoes for a second, all right? You pull over a Hummer.
Oh yeah, it was
First
Shitty
off,
Bang Bang at the time. Wasn't
weird.
It? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird to be in that position. Second off, you open the door and there's a gargantuan,
I'm huge. Yeah.
a ginger gigantopithecus, and a 5'2", 5'1" Filipino man.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh,
my-
you didn't have
my
to
man
take
boy.
it to that, man. What was up? Why did you have to go there? What was even the point?
Because
5'1"?
it has to show that everything's it's shocking. That officer
No
probably
way
in, like
you're
fight or
5'1".
flight mode, and he
I'm
chose flight.
5'3".
He chose to
Dawn's
run
5'3".
away.
He's
But-
short.
I
dude.
swear
but
you
5'2"
were taller than that,
and-
like, one time
nope.
I met you.
No, see,
5'1".
okay, yeah. Funny thing about
5'1".
that. I bought a fishing rod a couple years ago. I realized, damn, this thing tall. Yeah, I look at the dimensions, and it's 5'4". So I couldn't believe it. That thing is like head and shoulders above me. So I decided to put myself. I stand the fishing rod straight up. I stand right next to it and mark myself. I'm a solid at least 1 inch shorter than the fishing rod.
Didn't I gaslight you into thinking you
I
were
believed I was
4'11"?
5'4" for the last maybe 6 years prior to that moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I
so
like all
wrong.
of my legal documents say I'm 5'4". When I submitted my
5'4".
application for my green card and my citizenship, I said I was 5'4".
Oh my
I've
god,
been
you lied on
lying.
those forms.
You liar, dude.
li-
You lied.
Did
on
it
the
Yeah.
paper.
We'll send you back
I
the
lied to
Philippines,
everyone.
bitch.
I lied to the government. I lied to my friends.
That's
Worst
so
of all-
based.
I lied to myself.
My driver's license says I'm 6'1". I didn't even put that. They just kind of put it on. And so whenever I go and I do something that involves someone looking at my driver's license, I say, well, 6'1's a little generous, but I'll take it. Ha ha ha. And
Mine
they have
says
to
I'm
give a polite
6'5",
laugh,
which is wrong too.
which is
Six
abysmal.
flat,
Yeah.
which is right.
Yeah.
We should take like 3 of your inches and give them to Don.
Honestly, I would.
Dude,
I don't
please.
like being this tall.
Please, basketball is my favorite sport. Please, please.
Who's that 5'8" player? Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
No, he's 5'6".
Isaiah
wait.
Thomas, but from the Boston Celtics.
Real
Yeah,
fast, before we get off Don being
What's up?
short. Do you remember
What's
when
what?
we were filming Garage Ninja, Don?
Yeah.
And
And
we had the gag where you get up on a rock to look as tall as me.
Oh, you're talking
while
about
trying
when
to
I was there.
intimidate.
yes.
Yeah. While trying to intimidate Sam's character. That was
Yeah.
one of the funniest things we've ever filmed. I wish I could.
I don't
utilize
think we
that
even.
footage.
I'm pretty sure that was on the spot.
Dude,
Oh, it was.
that
It was
weekend
improv. It
was
wasn't
so
in the script.
wacky. I don't remember like anything
Well, okay,
else.
Will, what were you asking?
I
Are
hate you
just gonna-
so much. No, he's fucking with you. He's
No,
just
no.
fucking with you.
I accidentally unplugged my mic.
Oh,
Grace
Liar.
is not included in this because it's an
He's a
obvious.
loser.
Dawn and Sam,
Yeah.
would you sacrifice 1 inch of your height for 1.5 inches on your dick?
Dude, just
No.
because I double the size of my dick doesn't mean it's any like larger. So,
Okay, I got you.
like 3 inches, marginal difference.
Yeah.
Now,
honestly.
if I was like packing a 5-inch meter, yeah, I would tack it on. But like, I'm taking something that's nothing and turning it into less nothing, but it's practically still nothing.
Okay, I got you. That's fair. That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Sam,
Huh? No,
No. Okay.
I'm okay about departments, so
Yeah,
we'll
he
just
is, yeah.
Leave it there.
Yeah,
We'll just
Sam,
leave
Sam
it
is
there.
Sam's a gamer. He's a cool guy. He's like me.
Sam's home.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go there.
Okay. Y'all want to answer the viewer question we got? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
I
Speaking
asked-
of, join Bjorn's server. You can field questions to us.
Oh,
for
yeah.
our
Actually,
weekly,
that's a good thing to
semi-weekly
count. Yeah,
podcast.
Yeah, we actually have
left it-
something to talk about.
I left it in a community post, but I will include it
Yeah.
in the comments of this video. We have a Discord server now, and we're pretty active on there. At least I am. I don't know about these
Yeah.
guys. But, there's a lot of
Please, for the
people
love
there,
of
so-
God, let me organize your server.
I think you can. I already did it, by the way. I figured out how to do it.
As far as I know, I'm not a moderator, or
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
an
You
admin.
should be. You should be.
Would
So let's
we
go
a
back and
Discord
change that.
mod? Like, would we?
If you want
Would
to, if you want
would
to,
it
if
be
you
my
want to
first
at
time,
Dawn,
unfortunately.
his name is
I'm
at
looking through,
Beans. You can go in there
the
and
Q&As.
torture him. Yeah,
There's a
Yeah.
question that says, "Do you mind if I ask it?"
yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Because there's a few, but one of them
Oh yeah, I
is,
answered a lot of these.
have
yeah.
you ever read/watched The Boys? And if so, what do you think?
Yes, I answered
I've
that
I've only
already.
watched
I've-
The
I've
Boys.
done
I don't want to read it because of everything I've heard about it, and I feel like it'd be a waste of time.
I did both. I think the show's a lot better.
Yeah, the show is so much better than the comic. I've read the comic book. I hate the comic book. I don't like it.
Seems to
I
be the
don't hate
consensus.
it, but it's weird.
I like Garth Ennis usually. Like I like his other stuff. I don't like his take on The Boys. I think The Boys is super like it's vindictive, and I get the vibe that's how he wrote it. I think I put that in my answer. I'm trying to see. The comic has its moments where it feels mean-spirited. That's how I phrased it. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. There's some funny visual gags, but that's really it. I don't care for it. The show is one of the best adaptations of all time because it took what was there and made it like way better.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
way
the
better.
show's phenomenal. I love the show.
I would
What
comment,
are the
but
other
I'm eating.
questions? I'm reading through, and it's just a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of them are connected to my channel directly, like asking me things about like my writing stuff.
Yeah, but I was trying to participate here. My God.
Me?
No, me. I was trying to participate, do something worthwhile with my life, existence. I don't know. I'm trying to procrastinate.
What?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So we got the question that was asked for specifically this podcast is what is the most scared you've ever been? And I'll go last because I've got to think about how my story is pretty dramatic, so I'll go last, I guess. So Don or Sam or Will, I guess.
Sam, you can go
thinking.
first. I have no idea
I'm
what to talk
thinking.
about.
Yeah. You know, I got one. So, I was flying back home, from college. Back when I was going to college with these two guys. This must have been 2018. It's for spring break. and I was taking off from Dallas, and as we were taking off, there's this loud pop on the airplane. That's not a good sound. And so, like, because we're going fast and suddenly we go slow, and the pilot announces, "Hey, something went wrong. We have to disembark the airplane. Basically, get a new one," which is terrifying, but not the most terrifying thing. But everyone here is jittery, and we are delayed for about 2 hours, and then we get back on the new plane, and we take off fine. It's a pretty bumpy flight, which is adding insult to injury, and we go to Denver, Colorado, is the place where I had to get off and get on another airplane. And as we're going in, we hit a bit of turbulence. Like, the wheels are down, pilot's giving his, all right, well, we are going into blah, 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 blah at this time. And we hit a really bad thing of turbulence, as in, like, if you weren't buckled in, your head hit the top. It was really bad. And the pilot went, "Oh, shit!" And my heart dropped. And then, like, we landed 45 seconds later, something like that, a minute later. And he apologized for his vulgarity, but that was the most terrified I've ever been.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough.
That was just a bad day flying, man.
So, Sam, you were also kind of afraid of flying, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm afraid of roller coasters.
Roller coasters, that's what it is. But that was something to do with your ear, right?
Yeah. So,
yeah. Oh God, I fucked you over on a Harry Potter roller coaster. I remember
yeah,
that.
I have inner ear. I've ruptured my eardrum, one of them, specifically. And whenever I go on roller coasters that have like really like that spin or do anything like that, if I can't like focus on one point, I get super dizzy, which is kind of fun, but also not, because I feel like dying.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine that's not fun.
Yep, that's fair.
So I took Sam. I'll briefly touch on the story. I took Sam we went to Universal during the aforementioned Disney trip in the last episode, and we went to the Harry Potter world there. And I took him in this bank vault ride, because all I remembered of the ride was that the seats kind of tilted.
Yeah, Gringotts.
And it had been a year or two since I'd ridden the ride. And then there's hills, right? So you go up and down the hills. I explained to Sam that there were like little divots in the hills, but it was more of a simulation ride, which in fairness was mostly true. I didn't remember the carts spinning, so Sam almost passed out on me in the middle of the ride, which is a shame because it's a great ride and it's really cool. It's almost worth just going through the queue.
Everything was getting great. I remember when we got off, like, I was pale, I was sweating.
You were pissed at me, and I felt really bad because I genuinely didn't remember it being that bad. But I also didn't remember the Hogwarts ride being that bad. And Dawn wrote it, and Sam didn't. And Dawn was like, "Yeah, he would have killed him." I was like, "Okay."
Yep. Yeah, I did not trust you at all. I was not going to go on that.
Yeah, no, Hogwarts was even worse for you.
Hogwarts is worth walking through the queue, though. And next time, if you're ever there again, Sam, it's worth walking through the queue because it's cool. Like, they put some fucking work into it. Whatever.
Yeah, that day I couldn't walk. My feet were all just...
Oh, yeah, you guys, you wore boots to fucking Epcot. That's another part of the story we never told. So you wore fucking boots to Epcot. Like
I wore Crocs.
You wore Crocs. That's better.
So my feet were giga chafed. But I needed to get socks, but I was also incredibly drunk.
Dawn, the Crocs that we had?
Yep.
Were matching. So we got
Crocs.
Also, not broken in.
Yeah, not broken in. They were matching camo Crocs that we got at the
Bass Pro Shops Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee.
We were
also,
rocking
the greatest pyramid in the world.
Shirt.
Okay. All right. So focusing back in on the question. Sorry. Dawn, most scared you've ever been? Go, if you can think of anything.
This is the only memory that comes to mind because it has legitimately traumatized me. Anytime there's rain and I'm in a large.
I know what this is.
So, yeah, I think we told this one last week.
For spring break, was it 2019? Or no.
We told this in the episode we never released on, so no one's heard the story. You'll have to tell.
That's
the
great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, no, was it during Thanksgiving or spring break? I can't remember. I think
one of the times. I don't know why.
Either way,
were with
it was a break.
Family.
Yeah. We were there for about 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know how much detail have we gotten into about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
None. It's not been brought up.
None. Okay.
No.
Okay. So Grayson here drove this fat ass, fucking morbidly obese Hummer.
I took no care of
That-
it. It was so bad.
that-
It was so.
it was-
if you think of Afghanistan, it was like that.
It was filthy. It was rickety.
Should've been.
Maintenance on it was done at the bare minimum to where if it drove, it drove.
Yeah.
That doesn't include the brakes nor the headlights. I'm talking if you press the gas pedal and it moves, that is what Grayson considered okay. So
Yeah.
we
Actually,
decided to
hold on,
take
wait,
it-
Don. Real quick tangent. Right before that happened, I had left a little thing of lemonade and half a Sonic cup in my car, and because of how we were doing school, we didn't drive often, or at least we didn't take my car. Sam's car was closer,
Yeah, my car was closer, and I'm
so
a good driver.
it got
I'm a
infested with
fantastic
crazy ants, which I think was actually what caused some of the problems, Don, because they fuck with electronics, which I think may have been the cause.
Honestly,
of some of the
maybe,
headlight issues.
yeah, because
Yeah.
So the headlight issue when we watched Endgame, that was
Yeah.
part of it. They still hadn't gotten fixed at that moment.
No. Well, no,
Also-
I fixed them. They went out again.
Yeah, but they were barely working on this trip.
No, so the headlights didn't work. So Hummers, for some reason, they just don't have very bright headlights. So it was always like that. It was
Oh,
just
that was
especially
incredible.
bad
Okay.
that night.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So we decided to go out to Grayson's family's. We can call it the
Ranch.
ranch, right?
Yeah, we've mentioned
okay,
it
yeah,
on
yeah.
the channel.
Yeah. We
Shotguns
go
out there.
we go out to his ranch, which is about a 3 or 4 hour drive. The drive there was
something like that.
Nice drive.
kind of sketchy because Grayson at the time was just the most reckless driver I've ever
I
met
was
in my
so
life.
bad. I was so
And
bad.
he also drives the big ass Hummer truck, so I just feel like if we go past 70 miles per hour, we're not stopping.
Also, Don,
Yeah,
it should
and-
scare you more that later I got into a car accident with it, and it turns
Yeah.
out the whole vehicle is made of plastic, so we would have
Yeah.
died.
Yeah,
no.
you should also note that Grayson, if he drives below 90, it's in a school zone. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, me and Don got pulled over in a school zone one time.
He's also very aggressive with his brakes. There is no smooth braking with Grayson,
Nah.
at least at the time.
Oh,
It's either stop or go.
Although I will
Also-
say Grayson got better, and Will is so much worse.
Oh,
Yes.
that's terrifying. I'm never
Yes, he is.
I'm never letting Will drive if we're in the same car.
I was
Anyway.
particularly bad the one time I've driven Sam.
Yeah, you were.
No, I can't fathom that, dude.
I'm usually fairly safe, actually.
Okay. All right. So continue.
Yeah.
wait.
So
I have one thing
The
to add about Grayson's driving.
What's
If you have a conversation with him while he's driving,
Oh, yeah.
he will look at you.
doesn't need to make eye contact. the entire
Yes,
time.
no, he
a
will
thing-
pivot
it's a
his
thing with me.
entire
I'm
head.
Sorry. I
The
still
entire-
do
It's
that.
his shoulders, dog. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Bro,
Dude,
bro will like shift in his seat. To look at
If he's
Yeah, but
listening,
he'll-
he'll watch
if he-
YouTube while driving. He's a menace.
Yeah,
Right, it's
if he's watching something or pulling up something on YouTube, he'll have it on his lap. So he'll look down
Yep, still
at
do
his
that.
phone to look at something, and then look at you if you're having a conversation, and then look at the road. But then do that 3 times in 2 seconds.
Hell yeah.
No,
It's
it's
terrifying.
terrifying.
It's
Yeah.
based.
So like
based on
combine
what it is.
everything we just said.
Yeah.
and
Well,
Don-
actually,
Yeah.
at the time of this incident, for fairness, at the time of this incident, I was not doing that because it was dangerous. Like it was.
Okay, yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
particular incident was pretty bad.
And-
Frame
yeah,
it
no,
how it
at
was,
this
Don,
time,
don't
I will.
exaggerate it.
No. I was talking about in general. This
no,
time,
for sure.
you were try harding. You were trying to keep us alive because if you weren't, we would have died.
Oh, it was bad.
I don't-
So
that
explain.
is not
we gotta go back to
hyperbole.
what was happening. We were driving through like a monsoon. I
Yeah,
don't
so
think that's
we're-
an
we're-
Those
exaggeration.
Texas thunders.
We're trying to drive home to college, and it's just torrential downpour from the moment we exit the city. Because between that city and where we went to college, it's just nothing but woods.
For
So
sure.
the
Yeah.
entire time, it's just torrential downpour. We can't see. We couldn't see past a couple of feet in front of us because, as mentioned before, Hummer's headlights are dog shit. But on the other hand, Grayson's fucking what's it called? The windshield wipers did not function.
they
In
were not
torrential
functioning at the
downpour.
time. I don't know why. I think that was the crazy ants because I didn't know until it started pouring that they weren't working because I had.
So we legitimately could not have seen past what 2-3 feet in front of the Hummer.
Oh, less than that. Like I couldn't see anything. It was fucking
Dude,
terrifying.
you were
And we were in these
driving
country
giga slow.
roads.
Yeah,
They were
dude,
these country roads too, so there was no lights or anything.
Our eyes are just glued to the road the entire time. This is the slowest Grayson's ever driven.
I was going like 15 miles an hour, maybe.
Yeah, so it was what, like a 6-7 hour road trip
It was
for
so.
a 4 hour trip.
So fucking bad. It was so.
But
fucking
the
bad.
entire time was just like objective, survive. So we just had to
literally.
deal with that.
Literally.
And on the other hand, if we spun out, nothing could have helped us because one, the Hummer's heavy as fuck. Two, his brakes weren't working.
No, they were working. It was just the wet water and.
No. Remember, on the way there, you were trying to brake and it wouldn't let you. When we were on the highway near the city.
That's right.
Yeah, so on the way back, we also knew the brakes were fucked up. So we were like, if you went any faster and you tried braking, nothing would have happened.
Honestly, it was a miracle. You should be impressed that I managed to get us alive.
No,
Like,
no.
a lesser man would have killed us.
I'm still terrified because
Oh no, for sure. It was scary.
no, I'm
if I hadn't
legitimately
had my encounter,
traumatized.
it would have been the scariest thing I had ever gone
Yeah.
through too. It was
no,
scary.
it's a yeah. So just imagine like me feeling like I'm probably gonna die soon, but for like 7 hours straight, just
Yeah, it
trapped
was-
in
it
a
was
steel coffin with this boy.
It was
And ever since then, I've been terrified of water and being in a large vehicle. Like when we were driving back from Universal. We were driving back from Orlando to Tallahassee, and it was downpouring. I could barely sleep. Like I was
Yeah.
so fucking.
You would still fall asleep. I'd say, hey, Don, how much long till we get to Tallahassee? Oh, all right.
But
fuck you.
every time I felt your brakes, I would wake up instantly because I'd be terrified.
Although I got us safely. Hi, Maze.
You
All right,
did
so-
no. You did great. You did great. It's just the phobia. It's just the trauma that's been induced in me.
It's so bad, man. I traumatized
PTSD,
Dawn,
man.
and I would do it
Yeah.
again. I don't feel regret. All right, you want me to go ahead and tell you guys about my worst fucking experience of my life, or the most
Go for
scared
it,
I've ever
champ.
been?
Tell me about it.
So I was, well, how old was I? 12? 13? When was this?
No.
It was like the year before we met.
No,
Yeah,
it was
France-
before that.
Yeah,
Really?
no, France was your senior trip.
Was it really? Holy shit, it was, because I went to Norway too. I went and visited where I was from. Yeah, okay, so senior trip, my parents said I could go somewhere out of the country if I wanted to, and I went to Norway, and then because Norway is so close to other places in Europe, we were able to get a cheap flight to Germany. So we spent half the time in Norway and half the time in Germany. While we were in Germany, we briefly drove across the France border, the border into France, at this small town near the French border. I don't know the name of the town, but that night we checked into the hotel. The hotel lady warned us that we probably shouldn't be out at night, but we didn't think anything of it because, it was like a small French town. We didn't understand. So we had left some bags in the car, and we walked. So, but the way I have to describe the layout of this for this to make sense. The hotel was on a corner, and then so there was a sidewalk. You walk all the way down the length of the hotel, down into an alley, and then over where they had these like covered little garage spots with like those doors that you pull up and down and had a lock on them, right? And so we walked over to there, and as we were walking to the car, another car drove down the road by us, and there was a bunch of men, I would say in their 20s. And they saw us, and they heard us speaking English, presumably. And they decided that they didn't like us because we were Americans. So they started yelling, "Americans, Americans," out of their windows. And they drove by. We were like, okay, they're just chirping us, like pretty normal stuff. And so we're about to reach that alley, and they turn around. And they come back around, and now they're yelling, "Americans, we're going to kill you," in English, very, very loudly. They were speaking another language too. I don't know what it was. I couldn't tell you. They
Did it sound like ribbit?
it could have been. I don't know what they were. I don't know where they were from. I'm assuming they were just like some French gang. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm picturing those like stereotype mimes. And
Oh,
baguettes
we're going to Tokyo with our.
We want to surrender to the Germans. I don't know. They were. I don't know what they were. They were, I couldn't see them. It was very dark. This was a while ago. So now we're in danger, right? I think it's pretty clear. They turned around. They were coming back. And so we ran, and we got to our garage spot, and we hid inside the garage, and we shut the door, and we locked it from the inside. I think we did. I can't remember if it was locked or not. So me and Will was with me. He was very younger at this point, and my dad, and we were hiding in the car in this garage, and we could see their headlights coming by. and they kept coming by and going, "Americans, where are you? We're gonna kill you!" Yada yada yada. And we're terrified at this point. I was terrified. I thought we were gonna die. I had heard about like in Britain, you've heard about these like stabbings or whatnot that happen. I don't think it's as common as it is here in the States, but it's still a thing. So I was thinking about that. I was scared. They kept coming by. They came by like 4 times. They came by just searching for us, and that's when you knew. Like the first time, okay, they're just trying to scare us. The 4th or 5th time, it's like, okay, they seriously want to fuck us up. So they eventually leave. I think they got bored of looking for us, and we waited like 30 or 20 minutes. Will, do you remember? I know this is a long time ago for you. It was like 20 minutes.
Like I remember it happening. I don't remember it being like scary though, because I wasn't like comprehending.
Cognizant of it. Yeah.
I was like 8 years old or something like that.
Yeah. So you were very little. I was still pretty young. I mean, I was younger than I am now. I was like 17.
What, 6 years older than me?
Yeah. You would have been 11. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So.
Wow, I've known Will a long time.
You've known Will a long time. Yeah. So anyway, I'm hiding in here. I'm scared. I'm shaking, even though I'm 17. I was probably a bitch. I probably would have fought if it'd come to it, but I didn't. So we got our luggage and we came back in. I think my dad carried a crowbar in actually from the car. Yeah, which I remember because he was like, I'm going to use this if need be. And they didn't come back. And so we talked to the lady and at the hotel, and she was like, yeah, these gangs have been popping up all over these towns basically. And she said like, yeah, we don't really go out at night anymore. That's why I tried to warn you, because they hurt people. So who knew? So there you go. That is the most scared I've ever been in my life. I don't know if I would go back to France. That was pretty traumatizing. It was very scary. Yeah, so there you go. That's the story. It's pretty fucking scary. I think that's fairly frightening if anyone. Yeah, it was pretty scary. Yeah.
I would have shit myself in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good story though. I mean, not a good story, but like it's an interesting story. All right. Or what's next? What do we want to talk about next?
Oh, I see how it is. Damn.
What?
Well,
oh yeah.
What's
yours?
the most
What's
scared
yours?
you've ever been?
Yeah.
All right.
Mine's
I forgot about you.
Besides when you touch grass at one time.
Yeah.
But, like other than Sam, like athletic person here.
I'm not athletic anymore, Will.
Yeah, but you were a fucking 3-star, bro.
I was very athletic.
You were such a Chad before you knew me.
Yeah. So I was out at the ranch I was hunting, and this was like over Christmas break. It actually like low-key really freaked me out because like just the sound was so unsettling.
Oh, was this was Thanksgiving when I was there, wasn't
This is the Wendigo encounter.
No.
Right,
no,
Will?
Wait, was Sam? Oh yeah, no, Sam.
Sam
was there.
Sam was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is your
was
alleged Wendigo encounter.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Will?
So
yeah. Fuck. This
So
is
I was hunting. We have like a ranch, and we have a lot of like there's these wild Russian boars that are very destructive. Like they destroy feeders.
yeah.
so,
The wild pigs
when
that
I-
you've heard about, like
When I hunt, that's what I hunt because, like, I never feel bad for shooting them or anything like that. Not that I feel bad for shooting anything.
a little psychopath over here, little
Lord
Norman
alert.
Bates. Okay.
But
No, I get it.
so I took a shot at a pig. I was using a pretty high caliber. I was using a 30-06, which is like enough to take down a pig. And like the shot felt true, but the pig kind of ran off. And then like it was in a whole herd of pig. Took a shot at the biggest one. It ran off. All the other pigs, they went in the same direction. And I thought I heard them all run behind the blind, and it was like in a blind spot, so I couldn't see them. So I wait in the blind for a second, make sure they get away so I don't come out and get jumped by pigs. I go, it's pretty dark at this point.
I think you should.
Like,
I
it's
think
on
you should
the-
establish. Will, I think you should establish real fast that like getting gored by wild pigs is like a real concern. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
don't-
yeah.
If you don't live out
Pigs-
in these areas,
Pigs.
It doesn't
might not
happen
realize
very
it.
much to humans, but they gore dogs all.
Yeah,
no, it
yeah.
happens. It happens to humans more than you would think, Sam. It's not usually fatal, but it happens.
They're like the size of farm pigs, except they're angry. They're like
tusks.
fast, and they have
3-inch
tusks.
cutters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're sharp as shit. Yeah.
So
Don't
they're very
underestimate a pig.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're mean too. So anyway, so I shot the pig. I went out. I couldn't find any blood. So I was like, damn it, I missed it. And then on the like opposite side of the blind, it's a good what like probably a good 100 yards away from.
Yeah, I was gonna say 100 yards where you found it. I was there.
100
Wait,
yards,
were you there?
150 yards.
Yeah, I was there.
No, you weren't. No, it was.
Okay.
I went. You were cooking.
I
Oh,
haven't gotten.
you're
I
right.
haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I heard a noise coming from the tree line, and it sounded like a pig at first. So it's like, oh shit, I did hit him. He's somewhere laying down in the tree line. But like the noise it wasn't right. Like it was like an initial pig noise, like a snorting, and then it like at the end like went into a growl. It was like I'm gonna make the noise. It's not gonna be right, but like just so you get an idea, and it's gonna be stupid sounding, but it's like like it went from like a snort into like just straight up growl. And like
It's weird.
it was so like it instantly like my hair all stood up. I was just like what the fuck. So I didn't go anywhere near. Like I reloaded the gun, and I just like stared. And at this point the sun had pretty much set, so like I could see, but I couldn't like if I went into those woods it'd be dark. I could not see anything beyond the tree line. And this sound just went on, and then like my phone was dead too, so I couldn't call like to like have someone come help me look. I didn't have a flashlight then, so like it was like like a movie situation, like classic. I'm gonna fucking be killed here.
Yeah.
And I just assumed like I wasn't super scared. I was like unsettled, but I wasn't scared because I assumed it was the pig I shot. See, I wasn't scared until like when they came to like finally pick me up. And then we went back. We got a light. We came back. We found the blood trail. I did hit it. It turns out the pig was dead in like literally probably 50 yards from where I shot at it.
About 30 yards. We tracked it.
Literally like 20 seconds probably to find it. Like once I actually found the blood. It was a good 150 yards away from where the noise was coming. There's no like rocks or trees or anything that was echoing.
Oh no, and you're also
there's
forgetting
no way it could echo.
completely opposite direction too.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
so far away. And like that is when I was like, so what the fuck was I hearing? Because pigs wouldn't stick around.
No, they won't. They're super smart.
They would be
yeah.
gone, and they don't
Yeah.
come back for 3 days to that area. So it wasn't
I have a
pig.
theory, Will.
What's your theory?
Have you heard a jagarundi cry?
We looked at it. It wasn't right. And I
So
don't think
me and
there's actually
Cyrus,
jagarundi.
me and my buddy Cyrus were hunting once, and we heard a jagarundi. And I know it was a jagarundi because I listened to the call later, and that's what it sounded like. It sounds sort of like what you're describing vaguely.
Well, yeah, and there's apparently that jagarundi that lives on your ranch.
Yeah, so jagarundi, for those who don't know, is this like near extinct species of animal that they say is not in Texas. That they say it's extinct in Texas. They're wrong. I've seen it, and I've heard it a couple times. We've seen it twice.
Gone. It hasn't been in Texas for 100
It hasn't
years.
been in Texas for years. We've reported this to like wildlife people or whatever, but they don't fucking mark it as having been in Texas. And I'm telling you, this thing exists here. I've seen it. So
I listened to the
reason-
jagarundi call. It wasn't
Okay.
like
it wasn't
didn't
it.
sound right.
Okay, all
like,
right.
maybe the
It just has a
snarl.
weird scream. It has a scream that.
It
just
wasn't a
sounds kinda
scream. It
off.
was like it was a grunt that would then like shift into a snarl at the end.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It was just so unsettling. And then like recently, we had one of our animals had a massive scratch across an attic. So it's a big old animal.
Yes,
like,
that's a
big
good
and
point.
mean.
I actually saw it, Will. So
yeah.
it was missing an eye, and I assumed it was from
Missing an
fighting, but I
eye.
hadn't
It
thought about
it
this
had
connection.
a scratch. And I'm like, I was talking to Dad about it. He's like, yeah, probably a mountain lion out there. He's like, oh shoot, I would love to, get an opportunity to hunt a mountain lion. And like literally as I was having this conversation here, like it's like, holy shit, what if that's not a fucking mountain lion doing that shit, man?
Yeah. So
Well, I don't know, man. Mountain lions, they sound weird too. I got a story about them.
hold Hold on, Sam. Super
also
quick.
love
Can
this
I tell a quick story real fast that ties into Will's? One time, this was years ago, Will. Like 6 years ago, I was at the ranch filling feeders. I was by myself for some reason. I don't know.
No, I was with you.
Different
Where it was
time.
night and there was the weird ass noises.
No, this is that time too, but this is a different time. I was by myself, and so I had filled feeders, and I was like, okay, nothing was really up, and I went and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go throw tomahawk at our, behind the pavilion. There's those foam things. I went to go throw a tomahawks because at the time I was really into throwing tomahawks. I'm still pretty cool at that. I got pretty good at it. So I'm throwing the tomahawks, and I just get this feeling. You ever get the feeling?
Oh yeah, you told me about this, bro.
It was dread. I don't know how else to describe it. And this is going to sound really funny unless you're there. Even now I'm thinking about it, I'm squirming. I didn't see anything. But this feeling of just raw, unfiltered dread. Like, in Puss in Boots 2, when he sees the fucking wolf and his hair stands up and he's like, the sheer fear came over him. It was like that. It was fucking raw. It was this. Okay, I said earlier that the most frightened I've ever been was my incident in France, and that might still be it, but this was pretty close. And it was weird because there was nothing to cause it. And I looked all around the forest, and there was nothing there that would have really tapped into it. But I felt this fucking raw fear. I wasn't planning to leave, but I just left. I just left the property, and as soon as I left the ranch, I felt better. And on the way out, there was a red stag. We had red stags at the time. Will, do you remember these? But it was just standing there, and it stared at me, like really bizarrely. Even as I was driving, I was like really close to it. It just stood and stared. And I don't know. It was just the whole fucking thing was weird. Everything felt off, and it hadn't until I started throwing the tomahawk. But that feeling washed over me. I told you about this at the time. I said I felt really silly about it, but it was fucking scary. So I know exactly what you're.
Anyone at the time. But I remember we were out there again. One time we were at night. It was you and me.
This other time. Yes, where I thought I heard you talking to me, but you weren't.
Yeah, I was like silent, like just loading feed or something. Or no,
you thought I was fucking with you, but I wasn't actually fucking with you.
And all of a sudden you just go like, you like looked at me and said, "What'd you say?" It's like, I didn't say anything. And like you were like adamant about it. And then we were like talking about it. I remember all of a sudden there was like this weird like ping on the trailer. Like a little tap trailer, and then there was like a bunch of movement in the bushes. It was weird.
It was weird. I know you said something, or it sounded like you said something to me, and it was like, hey, come over here and help me with this, or something.
Yeah, no,
and I clarified because I didn't know what you wanted me to help you with. So anyway, all I'm saying is we have a Wendigo at the ranch. That's where the story was going.
Potentially.
There's been a lot of weird things that happen out there, and it could just be your mind playing tricks with you. You're out there alone. This place is in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Texas hill country.
Like the most scared I've ever been was I had to walk out to my car to get my phone charger later that night, and like it was dark. It was like lightly raining. I couldn't hear any like footsteps or anything because of the rain too. And like, it was off.
It's just off. Yeah. So I've got that feeling. So who knows? I if all the cryptids out there, I don't believe in Wendigos. I'm going to be honest with you. But if all the cryptids out there, that is the one that I'm like, there's some feasibility to it. Like, let's say there really is some kind of shape-shifting creature, right? Like, we wouldn't know about it, presumably. I don't, again, I'm going to verify, this is going to make me sound like a nut job. I don't believe in these things, but you're out there for a long time and you have these moments and you sort of feel like that.
It's just like, I guarantee you, like, it was some weird echo off of things.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Like, it just, it makes you feel uncomfortable. All right, Sam, you were going to tell a story. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. About a mountain lion. So where I'm at, there's a lot of them everywhere. And I didn't really think about it too much because you don't see them. They're very, very, very elusive. So I went to go pig hunting, free range. They're on a cattle ranch and they just want them off. I show up there about 4 a.m, still dark out. And we're at this gate. We're waiting for the guy to come to, one sec, my dog is scratching. She's got a cone on and she doesn't.
Oh, that's what that noise was. I was wondering.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's cool.
Alright, anyways. So we get there waiting. I'm like, well, shit, I have to pee. Ow! My dog just bit me. Alright, so Karma. I have to pee. God damn it. And so I go pee on the fence, whatever. It's like We're out in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, they have a camera looking at the fence, and so when we get up to the ranch house, they're all teasing me because they could see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on those game cameras, you can see like where someone was. You know, when they'll start recording whenever.
Yeah. It takes like a snapshot or when it motion
or a
desyncs,
video.
Yeah.
So there's something about 5 minutes after we left.
Oh fuck.
And what happens is the spot where I peed, a mountain lion walked up, sniffed it, and peed right over it. But the mountain lion
Holy
made
shit.
me look small. It was this
Oh my god, dude, that's
super big, super long
fucking
mountain
terrifying. Do you have the video? I would love to see it if you still have it.
lion. I do not. It wasn't my camera. But they showed us at the ranch house because we were there just getting set up and all that. And it was like, it was very
scary.
intimidating. Yeah.
Holy.
So ever since then,
Those
I've
are
been very
those
cautious.
are big fucking animals. People like they see mountain lions on TV. You don't get a scale for these things until you're like I found them. I was hunting once at a different ranch and I saw mountain lion footprints that were fresh and I was like excited because I was gonna go maybe shoot a mountain lion. I didn't show up, but like still looking at that footprint, man, it puts it in perspective for you how big these things are.
Yeah, they're very, very large creatures. But anyways, enough about hunting. People don't really
Yeah,
like it too
we'll
much.
talk about people don't like it. It's a cultural thing down here. We do it humanely, usually for population control.
Unless you're
I
Will.
don't. Unless you're
Which
Will.
means he
Well, the
doesn't
pigs
feel anything but
kill.
edgy.
Okay, if you want to feel bad about the pigs, I'll tell you this thing real fast. I once saw a pig eat a doe, a baby deer, like a fawn.
Yeah, pigs do that.
Yeah, so they're really nasty, especially if you run a ranch. They'll kill your baby animals, and
Fucking
they're-
despise pigs.
I don't like them. They're
I love
also
them.
an
I love
invasive species. So
They taste great. The ones where I'm at, they eat acorns. Like
ours are
primarily.
nasty.
And so they just taste real good. So I'm all about it. But anyways, what's the next topic?
Okay, I've got a story. I think we should wait for Dawn to get back though.
Yeah, whatever.
It is a fucking story he'll want to hear. I'll put it that way.
Maze.
So in the meantime, here, you want me to tell you all about my mushroom bucket? Let's talk about the mushroom bucket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've gotten into, I think it's mycopography or mycography, whatever. It's the horticulture or growing of like mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
It's been like this weird hobby. I got into this like 4 or 5 weeks ago? I don't know. I started researching it. And so I started growing shiitake mushrooms and I've been using them in my cooking. And so a few weeks before that, I made this Home Depot bucket. I'll send a picture of it in right now for context. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Is it a food safe bucket?
No. Don't
Maze.
tell OSHA.
Well, I mean, technically, if it's recyclable, it's food safe. It's very, very technical. We get in trouble at my work for recycling the wrong shit. It's like,
It is
come on,
it
that
is
was
it is a
plastic.
Home Depot bucket. The guy that I watched, he did it with this. So I got some grain spawn I'd had in my closet, and so my parents years ago, like literally 2 years ago, got me these like little mushroom growing kits for blue oyster mushrooms and pink oyster mushrooms, and I grew the blue ones, and then I tossed the mycelium when I was done. So for the pink oyster mushrooms, I just had them. I never did them, and so I thought the grain spawn would be dead, but I pasteurized wood chips. I layered them with water in this Home Depot bucket, and I tossed in my grain spawn. And I thought, well, we'll see what happens, right? And so a couple weeks later, I had mycelium start to grow, which looks like cobwebs. I don't know how to describe it. It takes over the wood chips and makes like a grain spawn, right? But it never fruited until like 2 nights ago, and then this is 2 days worth of mushroom growth. So I finally got my thing to fruit, which is awesome. I recorded a video a while ago. It'll come out sometime probably next week, where I cooked stew I like from scratch, like with stuff I grew, and I was hoping to get these grown in time, but they didn't, so I used my shiitake instead. So yeah, here we go. Update mushroom bucket. There it is. Yes, I grow mushrooms now, so I'm gonna get high on all the psychedelic mushrooms that I'm totally growing. So
Wait.
there you go.
Is Don here yet?
I have returned.
just-
Hey, I just want to say how proud I am of Grayson and how far he's come in his culinary journey.
Oh yeah, because he's
From
going
where-
shrooms now.
I'm actually
From
good
where
at
he
cooking now.
started
Oh, it's
to
so
where
bad.
he is now.
I'm actually probably better than y'all. I don't know for sure. I don't want to say that. And then
I'm just saying, we really need to find a time to be able to do another cooking competition.
Another cooking
Dude,
competition.
that's the best video we ever made.
You know what? I'll say it. People watching this right now, I'm going to re-upload that on this channel sometime in the next 3 weeks when I have a lull in schedule.
And I am disappointed with the second half of the editing. I feel like the first half was like a lot more.
I can do a re-edit.
Yeah.
I don't think we have the raw footage anymore.
We just have to film another one.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Well, I'll
run
still
it
re-upload
back.
the first one because it's funny in like an ironic sort of way. My audio is
But
terrible.
we can't call it Shitty College Edition anymore. We'd have to call it Shitty.
Just
Hey,
shitty
whoa, whoa,
edition.
whoa,
Just
whoa, whoa,
shitty
whoa.
edition.
Whoa, I'm gonna be in a law school.
That's true. He'll be in law school. There you
I'll
go.
still be.
How about that?
Okay.
This man
So
could be your
we'll
future
just
lawyer.
we'll just keep it PG, you know.
Yeah.
keep
Well,
it
no.
PG.
Let's get really raunchy.
we'll
Even
just
more
have to,
raunchy.
like-
More raunchy. I think the wheel of masochism needs to be involved because that was
Okay. All right.
We'll get into that in another episode. That's a whole story of the wheel of masochism and all this
That's
stuff.
also how we
Why
got
we call
our
it-
podcast name.
podcast name, which is also just a good podcast name. That's why we kept it.
Well, I mean, like
It's a good
no, I don't know.
Masocast. I
Masocast
can't believe we're the
can be-
first people to take the name. Like I looked, no one else used it. It's such a good name. I don't know how anyone else didn't take
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, I will just say though, I'm not spoiling the video for the people that are gonna actually watch it, but I'm no more shirtless things.
You did that willingly. We didn't make you.
I think
do
that's
that.
clear.
No more wheel of masochism. We're not.
I think,
No,
I
that's
think
the
wheel
that's
of,
the best part of it.
No,
Or
I
you
think
what
the
are you talking
wheel
about?
of masochism needs to be refined. You know.
Yes, it needs to be toned down for sure.
Yeah.
I've
we
actually-
definitely can't go as hard as we did the first.
I
one.
just found something that would be perfect for it.
That
There's
was
this
all your
Peep-
fault, Don. That was
But
all
I-
your fault.
Oh,
Peep
I'm
flavored
yeah.
Pepsi. Apparently, it's disgusting. According to my sister's boyfriend, was telling me how disgusting it is. I bought some. I'm gonna use it for streaming. Like when I get killed or something, I'll drink one. But I'll save a couple, and we can make that a punishment wheel thing. That seems reasonable. Okay, so I got a story to tell real fast, if that's cool with y'all. Not a scary one. We'll end this on like a levity, some like lighthearted fucking story, because this is a story y'all have never heard. It happened about a year ago. It is so fucking embarrassing. I'm curling my toes just thinking about it.
Send video.
I don't have a video because of the
No,
nature
of
the
you
story.
curling your toes.
Oh, no, I'm wearing shoes. In
your
Oh,
house?
actually, if I
It's not happening.
Dawn, not to pitch this to you, but in my Deadlands video from like 3 months ago, I said that if by the time I finished Deadlands, I had 100 subscribers, I would send pictures of my toes. I have 2 episodes of Deadlands left. One's probably coming out in like a week or so, and I'm at 85 subscribers or so at the
Lord,
time of recording
please.
this.
So
So
please like and subscribe.
you guys
so we
have
can
to
see
get
his
people
toes.
to subscribe. There you go. If you want to see my only feet, there you go. I was serious about that offer. Okay. All right. Where was I? So yeah. So the Frat Daddy Korean restaurant story. So for
So,
those who
first
don't
off,
know,
who's
which
Frat
is
Daddy?
everyone presumably, my old channel was called Frat Daddy and Bjorn. It's now just Bjorn, but there's not really many videos left on it. It's mostly been purged. So that was because Sam here thought his YouTube name should be Frat Daddy when we were making.
No,
the
that's
channel.
not what happened. That's not what happened.
That's
it was
what
given
happened.
to me. It was
That's
dubbed
exactly what happened.
upon me at a party.
Oh, okay.
It was entirely ironic. We were all being stupid and being very drunk. And
Oh, fuck.
you asked me something along the lines of like, do you have any nicknames?
Well, yeah,
And
because
so
mine's a
I
nickname.
jokingly said Frat Daddy, and you took it seriously.
Okay, well, I was like, okay, sure, why not? This turns out to be a mistake. Twice in my life has the name Frat Daddy and Bjorn come back to haunt me. The first time was in school. I had an email, fratdaddyandbjorn@gmail.com. It's actually the Gmail. It's like I use it for my Windows now, or my Chrome. I just didn't even think about it because it was just my YouTube channel, right? Like I'd made the account for that, and I just wrote Google Docs in it. So all my Google Docs are in there, and some other scattered Google accounts, whatever. So I wrote a college presentation in my Google Slides on that account, and I had to sign into it in front of an entire class while it was projected.
Oh
Beautiful.
no!
Oh, yeah.
No,
And then someone
no!
asked me-
You
someone
put the
asked me-
name.
I forgot, Dawn, and I realized when I went to present what had happened. It was fucking bad. And someone asked me about it, and I was just I literally said, I made this account when I was like 12. And I think that's a fair excuse, right? So the Korean story is extremely similar. So I signed on to Grubhub to pick up Korean food for my family. I was just going to pick it up at the restaurant. Didn't think anything about it. I used my Google account. Didn't think about it. Didn't even think about it. It signed in automatically to the wrong Google account. It didn't use my Grayson account. It used the fucking Frat Daddy Bjorn account. Didn't know. I noticed it with dread on my way to the restaurant. And so I get there. I'm like, I couldn't remember if I had filled out the name automatically or if it had just automatically filled out a name. Like, I didn't know if it was going to be Grayson when I got there or if it was going to be fucking Frat Daddy. Turns out it was fucking Frat Daddy.
Oh.
So, when I said it was his toe curling, Dawn. So I walk in, I realize what's happened. So I say, I don't know what the name is under. My roommate placed it. It was a fucking lie. But I had no choice, right? I was fighting for my life out there, man. The last thing I wanted was to have to explain the YouTube channel and to have those fucking guys who have seen my face go look at my old channel. Nothing would humiliate me more. I'm not gonna fucking lie, man. So I walk up. I'm like, okay, yeah, I have this order. I don't know. Here's what's in it. And then the guy found it, and he was like, yeah, it popped up as censored. So we could only see some of the letters on it. Because apparently it detected Frat Daddy as like an inappropriate title. Which I
wonder why.
That's a bit weird. I don't think that's that bad, honestly. But sure, whatever. It was like a fucking godsend. It was like Jesus Christ himself was shining a ray of light on me and saving my ass from sheer embarrassment. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. My roommate made the fucking thing. Maybe it's his. I couldn't tell you. So I got my food and I walked out of the restaurant, and then the guy chased me out. And he said, could it be Frat Daddy? I mean, because look, we're looking at the letters, and I look at him, fucking look of sheer shame on my face. And I'm like, you know, that's his gamer tag on Xbox. Oh, it could be it, man. And he goes, huh, yeah, ask him for me. I've never gone back to that restaurant. That food was fucking slapping. If by some fucking bizarre chance one of those guys ever tunes into this fucking channel, join the podcast. I'd like to get your side of the story. I'd like to know what you thought of my fucking experience there. That might be the most embarrassed I've ever been in my life. That was like, I don't know. I can't think of anything that would even be close. Like,
well, I've gotten into some trouble sending in. Not sending in. So a high-level politician has seen a picture of Dawn posing in front of the Hokage Mountains with a sword.
Really? Wait, how?
So,
if you don't mind, I'm curious.
Do they still? Do you also have the Christmas ornaments?
Yeah, every year.
Yes.
Every year we put it up.
I have it.
I
don't know if I put it up last year, but I have
Dawn
it.
I think I need to make a
really
new
weird
one
pictures
every year.
that are photoshopped, and I said I'm putting it on my Christmas tree. He goes, bet.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And so every year we have this like little picture of Dawn that we printed out that we put on our tree.
It's so good.
But no, I used to do internships for politicians because of stuff like that. And,
King in the castle. Holy shit.
I was in a Zoom meeting with like a whole bunch of people, but the guest speaker was someone I knew. I don't want to say who it was. But it was
how high level politician are we talking here? Could you maybe vaguely hint at it, just for the comedic effect? If you can't, that's totally cool.
The then head of one of the political parties of California.
Okay. Gotcha.
Top,
Now
I'm
aware.
top of the food chain for the state. And I knew her.
Okay.
I had met her before at events. I'm very funny usually, so got that person to laugh. So
Okay.
They knew my face.
All right.
And so when I signed on, it didn't use like my face in the corner. It used my email. That's essential there. And so I went to ask a question, and I didn't have my camera on. So what showed up on Zoom, and the very big thing that everyone saw, was a picture of Dawn.
I'm gonna include it right here so y'all can take a good look at it. That's what pulled up.
No, but what made it worse is then I turned on my camera out of embarrassment so people could see, And then they said, "Oh, Sam, you grew a mustache."
I think my computer's
No,
shitting.
no, oh no, you're kidding me.
So,
that really
yeah,
happened?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
The
though.
other
that's
time
actually, that's
is-
actually lore. That's good.
Um,
Dawn's photograph is
the-
now involved in the political lore of America, and I appreciate that.
The other time I got embarrassed for using Don's thing is the job I have now. When I sent in the application,
Uh-huh.
I had that as my picture, and then I changed it immediately. It's like, oh my god, not again, not again, I'm not doing this again. But when I went to meet the person hiring me, they said, "Well, you look different than what's on your Google picture."
Oh, Christ.
Like,
One can
or like
only
not
imagine.
Google picture, but your email.
Yeah,
because it
yeah,
has
yeah.
that. And so I was like, oh no, damn it.
That's so cringe. Holy. Okay, I got if we're talking about embarrassing, do you remember the Tinder account, Sam?
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun, but there's
I
some
think
really
it was only
embarrassing
fun for like
pictures of us.
2 weeks, and then I forgot.
Yeah, I think mine's still up. I've never
Is
taken it
yours still
down.
up?
I would be fascinated to see if anyone's matched with it. So basically, me and Sam made each other's Tinder accounts with all the most embarrassing pictures of us. Like I think for me, it's that picture of me hugging a Baja Blast bottle from the Baja Blast episode. It was
It's
probably that
me with
picture
the
of me with the. Yeah, you with the Halbert, the glasses, the frat daddy from the future look. Me with the
Which is a
fucking
character
Naruto headband,
these people don't know
like
yet.
throwing jutsu signs while crouched on the floor. Probably
I
a
took
bunch
that
of other.
picture.
That picture's amazing. I love it. I still have it. You cheated, Sam. Do you remember how you cheated?
No.
You uploaded a picture of your dog on the account.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that was
I
fucking
did.
cheating. You got more matches than me, but it was cheating. And I'll never forgive you for it.
It was a
won
picture
that
of my
bet.
dog in sunglasses. What's the picture?
Yeah, you
I
won that.
remember.
You won that bet, but it was not fair. I mean,
Although
I,
I
think we
will
even wrote
say
each
I
other's
also-
bios.
Yeah. I also cheated.
Oh no.
Oh, Don's audio died. Oh.
Yeah. Oh well.
I also cheated in the fact that most of my matches were bots.
Okay. Oh really? Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You
bought
liar.
bots? You botted your account?
No.
No.
Like, he got like.
So
fake
it's
women.
like those OnlyFans bots. Back then it was Premium Snap. Was I guess like thing.
Hey, add me on Snap. I'm yada yada
Yeah,
yada
yeah,
to
yeah.
see my boobies. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
Oh, there you go, Don. You're working now.
Huh.
Oh
You're
my
fine.
god. Okay, so Don, let's go. You guys are pretty ready to.
Dawn, have you ever
pretty
had
close
a
to
Tinder?
wrapping it up? What was that?
Ask Don
Oh yeah,
Taylor.
Don. If you had a Tinder, yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, I should be audible again on OBS, but yeah, my audio's
Okay.
just gone for like a solid 10 minutes.
That's fine. We'll include a thing on the
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yep.
what do you think about a major politician having seen your embarrassing picture, Don?
Yeah.
Honestly,
going back
it's
to
kind
that.
of funny, and I'm mildly surprised it didn't affect my citizenship applications.
Oh yeah, I think they should have expedited it. They saw this guy and
Yeah,
they're
'cause
like, "This is the guy we need in America."
I mean, I wish it was expedited. It took me 15 years.
That was fucking
Since it came to
absurd.
the
You should have
US.
gotten in. That made me lose some faith in the fucking
Yeah,
immigration
no, you
system.
know
I'm
what?
not gonna lie.
Don, I just want you to know if I had to marry you to get you citizenship, I would have.
Well,
I
you would have.
Although I think I was like fifth in
He would have
line.
consummated too. He was sure of it.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, buddy. You know what? I would marry you too.
Thank you, bud.
Oh, babe.
No citizenship attached.
Okay, so anyone else have anything, or you want to move into recommendations?
Alright,
Um,
recommendations.
yeah, it is running at an hour 17, so
Yeah. Hour 18 now, Don. You're wrong. You're stupid. Okay.
now we just hit an hour 18.
Okay, so someone else go first. I've got a recommendation, but I can go
Well,
first if need be.
I have something that happened to me that I'm kind of upset about.
What?
Okay, yeah, let's do
is-
this real fast. Yeah.
I started watching a show because I thought it was going to be bad. Because Grayson
What
told me
show?
it was bad. Do you
What
remember
show?
that show? It's called Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? You
Oh.
told
I
me
never
it was
watched
like
it.
the
I
You watched,
watched like 2
3
episodes and thought it was
episodes of it?
trash. I thought it was like
Yeah.
like
And so I was
like
in the mood to watch something
anime
garbage.
trash. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
pretty, but it's just gross.
just to watch something like garbage and bad. And so I watched halfway through the first season and thought, this is like decent. It's not that bad. I wonder if it gets worse at the end. Does it get worse at the end? Season 2 came up. I got nothing better to do. I'll see if it gets worse then. No, it actually gets good.
I haven't watched past like the first 3 episodes. I just thought it was horny trash, and I stopped watching. So is it actually good? At like
It's actually
season-
pretty. It's definitely horny, but it's actually.
It's quite popular.
Yeah,
it's
well, I knew it
actually
was
good.
popular,
I hate
but
it.
so is a lot
I
of
hate it. I
fucking
got so upset.
isekai trash.
Fair.
Well, I'm sorry, Sam. If you want something actually terrible, I can give you some recommendations. As far as anime goes, I haven't been watching anime lately. I'm not gonna lie, I have not watched anime in a while. I've
got
been
nothing
reading some
better to do.
mangas, but that's really it.
I've watched
Mandalorian.
3 episodes of the new Vinland Saga.
I
season.
read the manga instead, but yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard
I mean,
it's
I love the manga. It's just taking me forever. I don't know. I just haven't watched anything really.
Still have to
other
watch
than
Attack on
basketball.
Titan.
I watched the finale of Attack on Titan, or the first part of it. I haven't finished.
Yeah, the first
second part
yeah,
isn't out
it's,
yet.
what is it?
Part-
Season 4, Part 2, the
Part
final,
four,
first-
part-
the final
part- the
season,
finale-
Part 2.
It's part
final
1
one.
of part 2 of the final season.
Of the part 8 of the finale of the.
I don't know. Whoever
franchise.
helped with nomenclature
Season
is a fucking
2,
psycho.
Part 2 to the second power.
Squared.
Well,
Yeah.
and Knuckles.
All right. So,
featuring
anyways,
Dante
my
from the
series
Devil May Cry
recommendations
series.
to when I got that grievance off is I had it. Now I'm blanking on what it's called.
What's it about?
Mushishi. It's something I watched not too long ago.
What is that?
All right. So basically, there's a dude who can see spirits, and it's ow. Sorry, my puppy's being very ow.
It's
Alright,
very
she's
ow.
biting me. Ow! My God, my puppy is biting me. This is okay. Anyways, it's a good show. Fuck.
Okay.
Ow!
All right.
I can go.
All right, go for it.
I just watched the Mario movie last Thursday,
Oh, I saw it. I saw it too.
and I gotta say I liked it quite a lot. It's exactly
That's-
what I wanted from a Mario movie, though I don't think it did anything spectacular story-wise.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think.
Yeah,
that's
so
fair.
I recommend Air, starring
I
Matt
haven't
Damon
seen that.
and so Jason Bateman, Ben Affleck, directed by Ben Affleck. It's about how Nike came to make the Air Jordan line of shoes.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
I've heard
I'm
good
not
things.
even gonna lie.
Of
Yeah, no,
course you'd
it-
watch that, Don.
Oh yeah, no, I dragged my girlfriend to it too.
Oh,
doesn't-
okay, flexing. Jesus.
What?
Oh,
No,
yeah. I'm
meant
done.
to-
I get love and
No, she
affection.
doesn't. She doesn't care one lick about sports. She's like Grayson on that aspect,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
she still liked the
Okay,
movie.
was. Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Like
from
obviously, I can't be.
cinephiles.
I can't be like subjective because I love basketball. So like I'm just inherently biased towards it.
So, Don, I have a question for you. Did you end up seeing the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Oh yeah. Oh, I did watch that too.
So, what did
Yeah.
you? Was there emasculation of men? Because you watched it thinking about that at
No,
least vaguely.
I have
didn't
no
think so
idea
either.
what that
I have
meant.
no idea what the fuck the director was talking about, but it was not in the fucking movie I watched. I just-
I
Wait,
don't know what he means.
I genuinely think they were trying to make a controversy to like get the left on their side. But here's the thing: the target demographic for Dungeons and Dragons is white men, or at least I would say usually that would be my opinion. Maybe not even
It's
white
Dungeons and Dragons players.
Yeah. men. So to make a comment right before the movie comes out saying that you wanted to emasculate the main group of people who play Dungeons and Dragons might seem like the most stupid thing you can say, especially having seen the movie and seeing that there's nothing in it that is even close to that.
Well, I mean, it goes back to like what's his face saying the Indominus Rex. Ow!
oh, it was like the Joker.
Was the
I've
Joker.
I've never been more disappointed. It was a Giganotosaurus, by the way.
Would you
I've
call
never
it
been more
emasculated?
disappointed.
Would you call it emasculation if the main protagonist acknowledges his flaws?
No.
No, it's
I
called
would call that
growing
Yes.
as a
self-reflection.
human being.
So Don recommends Air. Sam recommends pick up. No, not pick up Girls in the Dungeon. What was it you recommended, Sam? Sorry.
It's Mushishi.
Mushishi.
Ow.
Okay. I'm going to recommend the original Spider-Verse movie. I watched the trailer for the new one, and all I could think was, "Hey, this looks pretty good." So I actually watched part of the original one, and it's just so good. I'm assuming both of y'all have seen that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Finally watched it.
And you have not watched Into the Spider-Verse, Dawn?
No. I finally watched it like a year
okay.
after it came out.
Okay, Sam, have you seen Into the
Wait,
Spider-Verse?
is that the first one with Miles Morales?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Holy shit. Sam, maybe, are you free after this? We're going to make you watch Spider-Verse.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I was about to say,
maybe.
you're full of shit. That's like one of the best movies to come out in the last little bit.
I know.
So,
I know. I've seen it. I've seen it
so
multiple times.
the new trailer looks so fucking
I was just
amazing.
memeing because I don't watch anything.
Yeah, I know. I genuinely was going to make you watch that if you hadn't seen it. So have you seen the trailer for the new one yet?
Huh? No, I've avoided it like the plague.
It looks, so there's no spoilers in it except for the fact that there's like obviously lots of multiversal spider people, but it looks fucking amazing. I don't know how else to describe it. So apparently the Spot is the main antagonist. For those who don't know, he's a B-grade Spider-Man villain who has like little portals in his hands that move things from one part of his body to the other part of his body. It's very fucking weak. I don't know how he's gonna be the main antagonist, but it also seems like Spider-Man 2077 is the other villain who is being played by Oscar Isaac, I think. But the trailer, it looks like it's going to be dark. It looks interesting. It looks gorgeous. It showed like 10 different art styles. I'm fucking ecstatic for it.
Oscar Isaac's best role was in Drive. Changed my mind.
I really liked him in Moon Knight, actually. I mean, I know Moon Knight gets a lot of hate, but I liked it, and he was fucking good in it.
The meme is he's only around for 5 minutes in Drive.
5 minutes in Drive, and he was good in Drive. But Drive is literally my personality.
What do you do? I drive.
Dawn, you need
Drive's
to watch
Ryan
Drive.
Gosling, right?
It's a good movie.
Drive is the Sigma
Fuck
movie.
it,
We
that's
watched
my
it
other
'cause it was a
recommendation.
I
Sigma
also
movie.
need to watch
Drive.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, but like
Yeah.
super
ready-
behind
we
on
gotta-
a lot of things.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is very good. I liked that movie a lot. Will's mixed on that movie. I
I'll
thought
be
it
right
was
back.
great.
My boss is calling me.
Okay. So yeah, I think we can wrap this up pretty quickly
Yep.
though.
Anyways, those are my
Yeah, so I recommend Spider-Verse. Mario movie is okay. It's pretty fun, and if you enjoy that kind of thing. Tomorrow I go see Renfield, which is some new Nicolas Cage movie where he's playing Dracula. I got a early screener for
Vampire's
that.
Kiss 2.
What is it, Sam?
Vampire's Kiss 2.
I hope so. And apparently it's a good movie. It's a comedy, but I would love if it was Vampire's Kiss too. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So I'll let y'all know in the next whatever episode of this Masocast if it's good or not. But all right, I think we're pretty ready to wrap. All right, remember to like and subscribe. If you have any comments you want us to answer, questions you want us to answer, either leave them in the Discord, link below, or you can tell us in the comments. We'll answer
DM
them.
me.
Yeah, specifically message Will. Find where he lives, locate his phone number, and send him a message. He's asking for it.
Send me a letter to my PO box.
Mad immigration on Tinder.
Yeah. Imagine, yeah. If you do that, I will feature you in the podcast. We'll bring you on for like 10 minutes and ask how the fuck you pulled it off. Sam, is that okay? Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Declaration. If you can track down those Tinder accounts, match with them, and I actually remember to download it. If you do that, come into our Discord and let us know that it happened, and we'll check.
Yep.
All right. Or like and
Anyways.
subscribe. Leave a comment, whatever. All right. Adios. See y'all in the next
Bye.
one. This has been the Masocast.